What's good? What's good? This your boy Cole's Cowboys. I got my guy Gametime Bryan in the building. How's it going, man?
What's going on, Coles, man? How are you doing? I'm excited, man. We got the
Hey,
schedule release. We know what the games are. We know where the bye week is. I'm curious to pick your brain and see what you think of the schedule.
oh yeah, man. Hey, shoot. I've been chilling. I've been chilling this all season, man. It's been a lot of roller coaster rides going on. We still, licking our rooms from that Green Bay Packers playoff game.
Tell me about it.
Oh
It's
man. So
ridiculous, man. We got roasted, but again, it only counts as one loss, right? So
right.
that's how I got to look at it.
Yeah.
What cracks me up though. Before we get into, we don't have a script, people. We're just gonna
Oh yeah.
wing it.
Yeah.
But um, all these Eagle fans that I live near, they're like flexing.
Oh
Do
yeah.
you not remember what happened at the end of the year? You
Yeah.
lost 6 out of 7 regular season games, went into the playoffs, and at least the pundits thought we were going to win. They
Right.
never gave you a chance. They pretty much said Eagles are going to get rolled up in the playoffs against Tampa Bay and Baker Mayfield. I'm just saying it. So I would just say Eagle fans,
Take a
calm down a
breather.
little bit. Just take a breath. I like what you guys are doing. Hey, what's up, JJ? What's up, my
Yeah.
man? Um, you know, maybe be a little humble and see where the season goes. But yeah,
Yeah.
they can't
It's
do
crazy.
that.
Yeah, they got the Eagle pages out there trying to clown us and talk about we're gonna be eliminated and all that. I'm like, I mean, y'all choked up a
Eliminated.
10-1. Yeah, y'all choked up a 10-1 lead in the conference and lost in the wild card round. Like, what are we doing here? I mean, I
Yeah,
get we
and
lost.
you're right, Eagles
Yeah,
fans. Thank you. You handed us the division. We tried to choke it up against Detroit, but you handed us the division. Thank you
you
so
know what
much.
I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, we got one in here right now, my guy.
What's up?
Yeah, shout out to my
What's
guy,
up?
man. Hey, how?
Again, I live here, so I can do it. But
Yeah.
I've given my flowers to the Eagles.
Oh yeah.
Listen,
I have
you know,
too. I said they won the
as
draft
we
last
sit
year.
here today, here you go,
Mhm.
here you go. As we sit here right now, before any games are played, the Eagles are looking down on the division, and I
Yeah.
like it that way.
Yeah.
They're the darlings, Coles. Everybody thinks they hit a home run in free agency. There's no excuses, people.
Yep.
What excuses are you going to have if it goes to shit? Because when Dracula, you know, I mean, he doesn't call the plays, Nick Sirianni. So
Right.
I'm just curious how it better go good. My Eagle subscribers, they know this. I have a lot of them.
Right.
I give a lot of roses. I defer. I think they did great in every aspect. But man, you had an unbelievable amount of holes, Coles, and that rhymes. But they
Yeah.
had a lot of holes on that defense that you can't just plug up with a couple rookies. Am I wrong or
Yeah, the book is definitely good. My thing is if they
what's
try
up,
to
East
rely.
Side?
Oh Lord, here come Eastside. But if they
Yeah,
try to
that's my
rely a
guy,
lot,
but
yeah,
he's going to hate. Don't worry, he'll get
it's
his later in
funny.
the
It's funny,
season.
because I'm ready for Eastside this year when we played the Texans. I don't want to hear
We're
no
gonna
excuses.
smoke the
I don't want to
ass.
hear
We
no
coming to
excuses.
AT&T East Side.
And Eastside, you should be worried, man. Like your quarterback, saying he doing the Michael Parsons thing. It really
Yeah,
makes Mike get a little mad at me. You know
exactly.
what I'm saying?
You got a sophomore slump, man.
Oh yeah, he got.
Now you got teams looking, the game planning.
Mhm.
That's what I was telling East Side today. What's he going to do? I love him. I ain't gonna lie to you, East Side. I love him. What's up, Brad? I don't know. It
Yeah,
was around
yeah, yeah,
7.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
7 Eastern.
yeah. Uh,
Yeah, East
yeah,
Side,
yeah.
man.
So I mean, East Side. I mean, I'm just messing with you. I love CJ Stroud. I love the
Yeah,
guy. So I'm just messing. But you got to start. You know, barking and chirping a little bit. We're gonna stick it. Yeah, there is a lot of
yeah.
pressure. You
Appreciate
Coles.
it. Yeah,
Houston
did.
went out and they pulled an Eagles of a couple years ago. They went out and got everybody.
They did.
Everybody. Thanks, Brad.
He got a lot of high expectations as well. A lot of people already saying he like a top 5 quarterback in his league after his rookie season. All right, y'all keep on doing it, but I want y'all to keep that same energy. Now,
The
I'm not
hard
wishing
thing is to
nothing.
do it again
Yeah,
when
that's
people
what I'm
know you're
saying.
good. You
That's
know
what I'm
what I
saying.
mean? That's the hard thing, people.
It's crazy though, man. But you know what I'm saying. These You know,
Old lady
I'm the
Sky,
same.
what's up, old lady?
Yeah, I'm the same as far as the Eagles. You know, they always do. You know, the GM does everything that we want our GM to do as far as
Well,
signing
that
free agents,
yeah,
you know,
exactly.
so I completely understand. But yeah, with that comes a lot of responsibility. They did the same thing last year. They just came off that Super Bowl loss. Everybody acted like they didn't lose the Super Bowl. You know, they never
Oh, they're
talked about
blaming it on the,
yeah, blaming on
the
everything.
sod god, the
Yeah,
sod. Yeah, they're blaming it on the wet field.
yeah, on the red
Again,
field. Yeah, giving them
it is
excuses.
what it is,
And
man.
then it's crazy. And then all of a sudden they on a hot streak, and then they choke up, and they losing and they still talking about us. So it's weird, man. But
All right, Eastside, you said it twice.
right.
You,
What's
what,
good, Regina? What's
what did
good?
Ryan Clark say? Regina Green, my sister from my another mother. What's up, Regina? What
Yeah.
did Ryan say? You said it twice. What did he say?
Basically,
Ryan should have stuck to MMA because he was great at it. That's just my
hold on,
opinion.
he talking about Ryan Clark, ESPN.
Yeah, Ryan Clark. He
Yeah,
was,
yeah.
but he was doing a UFC podcast for the
Oh, he was
last year.
okay.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't even know. Yeah,
yeah,
that
yeah.
dude, man, is crazy, man. He over talking about he was basically lying on our name, talking about Cowboy fans are so disappointed on the offseason that we're rooting for the Texans and CJ Stroud, which is
Come on, man. That don't even sound right. If he said
like,
that, Ryan, then I'm disappointed in Ryan
nobody
Clark.
still no Texans. Y'all ain't did nothing.
Come
Y'all
on,
won a
man.
playoff game. Y'all won
You're
one playoff game.
you're our stepsister, man. You're the little
Congratulations, man. We did that before.
like you're the little brother of the state until you
Yeah,
win something. You haven't won a Super Bowl, let alone
crazy.
5. Come on, man. Don't flex. Don't
Yeah,
flex.
but
But anyway,
yeah, let's get
does
into the
Coles have
schedule.
a oh, yeah, Brad wants to
Yeah,
know if you
Brad.
have a record. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm
You're
gonna
hitting
get
the
to it
buttons.
towards the end of the stream for sure. I do have a
Yeah,
prediction. We
yeah,
gonna
Brad
see.
wants everybody's lockdown predictions.
Yeah, I'm gonna have it for y'all at the end of the stream. We're gonna break things down. I did make a way too early prediction. It was probably like 75% bias. When I'm looking at the schedule and I'm seeing certain teams, I'm like, "Shoot, I believe we can beat that team." But I'm gonna try to
When
put
I go
bias
with
aside.
that, okay,
Yeah,
when I go with that mindset, I got 12. But
yeah, yeah. I got 12 too.
I always kind of go with I'm talking if oh well look we're better than them, we're better than them, but you know what happens. So
Yes.
I'm thinking 10 or 11 and I ain't gonna do nothing until right before training camp. And I did 2 predictions last year. I did my first one was 12 wins right before training camp, and then my second one was 11 after we had a few injuries, one being Trayvon. Or
Yeah.
no, I don't think Trayvon got hurt till September. So I don't know
Yeah.
what
He
it
got
was. I think we lost a few people.
yeah.
Uh and I moved it to 11. I should have stuck with my original, but I nailed the Eagles. But what I didn't have with the Eagles was them getting out to a 10-1 start,
Oh
and
yeah.
then them just crashing, you know,
Yeah. Let me
limping
pull our
home to the
schedule up.
finish.
Let me see. It's covering our faces, but bear with us. We.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I, I see you always going at it with Um, sorry, I just got a text. I always see you going at it with what's his name from the Eagles. What's his name?
Bronson.
Yeah, Lord Bronson.
Oh yeah. From time to time,
Dude, is
cool.
he? I don't get him.
He cool. He cool people, man. He cool people. He
But
just
my
throwing.
God, you're a negative Nancy. I know it's content. Is it all content related? You can't say nothing good.
He
Jesus.
just trying to get a rise out of Cowboy fans, man.
Yeah, well, he does a good job of
He
it.
does a good job at it, man.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, it's funny sometimes. I try to get a rise out of his fan base as well.
Oh, I see
Yeah,
it.
man.
Cause you go at him.
I get
Me
it.
and
Yeah,
him kind of went at it during the Hall of Fame game. I don't know. I said something to him, and he made a comment. I don't even know who you are, and I said something, and it was back and forth. It was funny,
yeah,
but
yeah. But man, what really got me game time that a Browns fan came at me on Twitter.
really,
Yeah, he was ready for all the smoke, and he came at me. So the Browns are basically, taking shots. I wish I had was more prepared to bring up the little post that the Cleveland Browns had posted. They basically was trolling us with Stephen A. Smith, and you know how that is. Everybody, people are, even these low teams like the Browns, they just excited that they playing the Cowboys because so they getting a little what's the word I'm trying to look for, publicity,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
highlight,
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah, a little attention. So the
yeah,
Browns are
yeah.
ready for us, man.
Well, listen.
How you
Uh,
feel about that week one game?
yeah, week one at Cleveland, 3:20. I love the time, 3:25. Yeah, 4:25
Yeah,
Eastern.
your prime time game.
I like it. Yeah, Tom Brady,
Tom
he had to
Brady.
run his mouth and Tom had to say, well, now it's, well, like, is Dak going to get the job done? Like,
Right.
okay. And I think we can win that game. I think it's very tough matchup though. I just want
Yeah,
to warn people that this is not an easy matchup.
it's
We
not.
are, but we normally have success. Um, that's 50-50. I haven't even really finished my thought on that game. That's very tough. I just have to see a few things if we're gonna go in there. We gotta see how the left tackle is gonna do, right?
Yep.
Are we gonna go with a rookie? I don't think they're gonna give the rookie the job right away, but I think by the first game, I
He'll be the
think
starter.
he's gonna be the starter.
Who else
We'll
gonna Who else gonna take that?
Yeah,
We
well,
got.
knowing them, they'll have Chuma Edoga taking the
Oh
first
no,
team
he don't need to
reps.
be there.
Oh,
They
I
need to get
know,
Tyler
but
Guyton ready, and that's what they're doing. He, right after he got drafted, he linked up with Duke Manyweather.
yeah.
He's taking his job serious. I believe he'll be ready, game one. But what we have to explain to fans, I think what fans already know, is that he's gonna go through some growing pains, and this is the perfect game in my opinion for him to have those growing pains because you're facing one of the best
Oh,
edge
that's not the
rushers.
best, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he was defensive player of the year last year, so this guy, he coming for blood. He want that Prescott. So
He does, but, Zeke's gonna get us like, a
yes.
lot of snaps,
Hmm.
helping, chipping and helping double team him.
Yeah.
You're gonna have Schoonmaker or whoever on that side. You might see some, I think we would be better off using it anyway. You might see some 12 personnel to
Yes.
be able to help with the pass rush. But it all comes down to us stopping the run and us being able to run the ball. That if we can't run the ball, I don't, it's going to be tough to win that
Good
game.
stuff.
That's where I look at. So we shall see how the offensive line develops over the summer. Hopefully, we could smack them, in the mouth. Maybe we're catching them week one when Miles Garrett isn't at 100%. He's coming
Right.
off a training camp where he's not going to get a lot of reps. Maybe, just maybe, he's not going to be what he will be week 6, week 7. You know what I mean? That's
Right.
the only thing I can think of, Coles. It's a tough matchup, but I think the line is like 1.5. So it's basically very close. Dallas is a road team, being a 1.5 point favorite is telling you they think Dallas is the better team slightly, but the home fields, so
Yeah.
Swoop Boys, there you go. Let me guess. You're an Eagle, right?
Of course.
Browns win week one. You need to worry about the Green Bay Packers, my man.
Yeah, them Green Bay Packers, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
See,
The
they
Green Bay
overlooking
Packers gonna roll up your
They
ass up
overlooking them,
in
man.
Brazil.
Hey, they gonna find out real fast about Kellen Moore. I'm ready for that.
The radio station here, they love them some Kellen Moore.
They love
Love it.
Kellen Moore, man.
Love it. I'm
He the
like, all
talk of the
right.
town out there in Philadelphia.
Yeah, wait till you got to make
Sure.
adjustments. And he goes, nah, man, we do what we do. Okay. All right. No, I
Wait.
think,
But
Jordan Love had 6 good games, man.
I mean, that was the first season.
Swoop
He adjusted
Boys.
now.
Just remember, he was that whole team, and I didn't say it. Cop Pizzle said it. So don't say that I said it. But I had Pizzle on the other day, and he said he saw what a Green Bay was doing coming down the stretch, and he saw it coming. He said, we ran into a hornet's nest. Green Bay
Yeah.
was playing good. They matched up good, and they beat our ass every way possible. And if we weren't 100% ready to go, planning, post playoff game parties, and because that's what our players were not 100% ready. Everybody takes that L. It was
Yeah.
bad, but at the
Yeah.
end of the day, it's over. You got to move forward. If we're talking about, you don't listen, Swoop Boys. You know as well as I do, you can't look back at last year and take anything from it because you guys came crashing to a halt in a fantastic way. What you did, you guys lost 7 out of your 8 last games. That's almost impossible to do, and you got blown out by Baker Mayfield. Do I think that means you guys are going to suck this year? No. I think you guys are like I told Coles, right now, as we sit here in May, I think the Eagles are the favorite. So you should be happy, but we'll see what happens
Yeah.
because the Hawks are flying. They're like circling the Novacare complex. They're waiting for Nick Sirianni to get out to an 0-2 start or a 1-3 start. He gonna be gone.
Yeah,
Trust me
they
when
don't
I
want they
tell
don't
you.
want him touching the playbook, man.
They got their hands already. That they're already talking to Belichick. They got Nick Sirianni is a guy who doesn't call plays. Look at all the successful coaches, people. Look at all the successful coaches. They all call their own plays. I said this before last year when they lost Steichen. I said Sirianni needs to call the plays, and he didn't do it. And he gave it to who? What's his name? And who's no longer there? Brian Johnson, I think.
Yeah, Brian Johnson. He with the Commanders.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and I like Brian Johnson. He actually coached Dak, but I mean, he wasn't ready.
Yeah,
He wasn't ready for that.
But he can. But the way how Brian Johnson called plays is kind of similar how Kellen Moore called plays. Man. He loved to throw the ball. And Kellen Moore, oh my gosh! Like, let me get started with him. But just to go back to the schedule, yeah, the Browns, man, it's kind of hard. I originally had us just losing game one, like it'll be a close battle, but I think that's just a game that we probably won't win only because it's on the road. I'm still holding on to our road game, flaws against good defenses.
I think it's a tough spot. I do.
Yeah.
I think we can win now. A lot of people I trust think we can win that game. So if I'm picking it now, all right, I'll say an L. But I mean, that's why I really don't want to. I mean, we're talking about it. So if we're talking about it on May 16th, fine. Okay. 50-50. Give it to the home team.
Yeah, we can always update this. We can always update it. But
I like that, Brad. We only have 4 noon games. Yeah. So I mean that's fine. I think we can win that game. I actually think that a lot of advantages are in our, I think a lot of advantages, Coles, line up with us. Okay. We know what Cleveland is, right?
Yeah.
We know everything about what Cleveland is. They don't know Tyler Guyton. They don't know what we're going to do with Zeke. They don't know a lot. They don't know what Mike Zimmer's going to do on defense. I got news for you. Our defense is only going to get better, people. It's not going to get worse under Mike Zimmer. But Mike Zimmer did say, he said, we may have less turnovers, but be a better defense. Mike Zimmer likes disguise. Okay. Mike Zimmer said he watched the tape, Coles, and he said teams took advantage of Micah. They schemed up Micah.
Yeah. And that's exactly what they did.
Oh, what's up, George? What's up, my man? Thanks for stopping over. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know if you want me just like going off if you have a time frame, but
I'm good, man.
Mike Zimmer, you watched the tape and he said, we're not gonna like the Eagles for swoop, like you're in here, buddy. The Eagles game planned up Micah and took advantage of it. But a defensive coordinator is supposed to have an answer for that. We didn't have an answer. Mike is going to love playing for Mike Zimmer because it's going to be disguised before the snap. You think Jalen Hurts has a hard time reading a defense, or when it's all over the radio down here, Coles, is that Jason Kelce would tell at the line of scrimmage, he would look back and tell Jalen the call and where the pressure was coming from, and he still couldn't beat it. He still couldn't identify it. Right. Good luck with Mike Zimmer and his defense. So if you look at it that way, Cole's getting back to Cleveland, we have a lot of advantages going into that week one. The only advantages we don't have is our offensive line and how we're going to scheme it up. But
right, that's my only thing is I think
but we have a lot of advantages. They don't know Mike Zimmer's defense with the Cowboys.
Right.
You know
And
what I mean?
my
How they're
thing
going to
is, I
use
think
Mike
we'll just
there.
struggle offensive line wise, like that. We'll still struggle a little bit with that. But offensively, see, this is the thing. A lot of people think just because we lost a few guys, they fail to realize that these are rotational guys that we lost. Most of them
Yeah,
rotational.
exactly.
Most of Tyron Smith was always injured. We had to
He
finally get away from him.
yeah, Tyron averaged 7 games played over the last 3 years that he was a
Exactly.
Cowboy.
Like we
7
still
games,
have our
people.
key piece guys.
So, I just want again, this is the ESPN. That's why I think people are going to YouTube, and some
Yeah,
people will spew the facts and some people will just flex. Me, I like to give my roses to the teams. I think the Eagles are a well-run organization. I'm just saying, Eagle fans will tell you, Coles, they are. What's up,
it's
Steven?
good,
How are
Steven.
you, buddy? Um, I just think that deep down, they're holding their breath to get through those first couple games.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Coles, if they go to, if and I know we're if if Green Bay beats the Eagles week 1, it's gonna get ugly because I'm telling you, it's gonna get ugly. So
It depends on how the game goes.
now
You know.
because they're just all expecting them to go in there and roll them.
Yeah, I mean they
Uh,
definitely want to win a game, but I know how the Eagle fans are. They give a lot of grace to their players, to their team. They gonna give them a little grace if they
JoJo, what's going
yeah. What's
on?
up,
How are
JoJo?
you?
Yeah, if they lose week 1, they won't be they probably pissed, of course, but they're not gonna be that mad.
All
They're
right.
gonna
Well,
carry
just
on.
all right. We're gonna keep track. So
Yeah,
all right.
I
So
know how
right
they
now,
do, man. So
so right,
they're more easier than us.
week
We
1,
lose. Yeah, I mean, you see how they
you
was.
got a loss, right? Coles has got a loss.
Yeah, I got his. Yeah, let me
You
pull it
got
up.
an L and I got a W. So,
Okay.
all right.
Oh, with the
I
Saints.
just, all right. That's a
Oh yeah, what
W
you about
all
to say?
day. I think that's a W all day.
Oh yeah,
We're
we win
home
today.
against the Saints. 1 o'clock game. We're not losing to the Aints in AT&T, the opener.
Yeah,
So,
we need them.
all right, you got a W there. Um, I don't know what we can really talk about. What did the Saints really do? They have David Carr. I mean, I haven't done my homework on the Saints, but what have the Saints really done? You
Um,
know,
I mean, they did draft backup quarterback. They
yeah,
got
okay,
that's one thing I know they did. I really haven't caught up with the Saints. I think they added a few defensive linemen, maybe some offensive linemen. I really haven't caught
hey
kept
Rhonda,
track
how
of
are you?
everybody. What's up, Ronda? What's up,
What's up,
Jeff?
Jeff Lee?
But yeah, I haven't really caught up with the Saints. I just know they haven't done anything really big for us to be worried about them. They still basically still trying to get things together. I believe we'll handle the Saints very
Yeah,
well at home in Dallas.
yeah.
I'm not worried about
Now, now this next game, week 3, we're home against the Baltimore Ravens. Now, here's my philosophy. Okay, I look at this and I go, okay, we're going to lose either the Cleveland game or the Raven game.
yeah,
So, I gave a win in Cleveland, so I'm going to give a loss against the Ravens.
yeah.
It's only I'm just doing that to offset. So, I mean, I think if we lose to the Browns were beaten. But yeah, for the sake of argument, I think we lose to the Ravens and AFC team. You know, it-
It's not gonna hurt us.
yeah. If it's,
You
I'd
know,
rather lose this one.
and
What's up?
and the good thing I like about how this schedule was made, this schedule was favored for us big time because we're getting all these games, that gauntlet of the AFC North early in the season. Like right off
Right,
the bat, we got and the Ravens. Those are two teams. They're cold weather teams.
right.
It's good that we're not playing them. And both of them. I think we both go to their house on both games, so we
Well,
don't have to
yeah,
worry about
and I
cold
mean,
weather game.
I mean, anytime you can play Cleveland early, you want to,
Perfect, man.
and we'll get to the next game, the Pittsburgh down the line, but we get them early too. So that's beautiful.
It
So, and
is
I'd rather play road games early on anyway.
right.
So, but not that it's kind of even. But yeah, so what do you have? You have them beating the Ravens or losing?
I got us losing to the Ravens.
Okay, so
Yeah,
right now you got us 1 and 2.
1-2. Yeah. But we're gonna take off. Don't worry about it,
No,
Cowboy
no, no.
Nation.
I'm not panicking. Week 4, we're at the Giants.
Giants. I only think we
Thursday
have to
night
really.
football. So just remember, we lose on Sunday, and then 4 days later, we have to get on a plane, and we're in MetLife Thursday night football.
And I
So
believe that's where we're gonna, basically get back on track, get ourselves together. We're gonna win, man. That's gonna be a type of game that okay, we
I gotta
lost to the
win as
Ravens,
well.
yeah, and
I
we're gonna
yeah.
bounce back on get. So then we'll be 2-2 in my
So you're
opinion.
2-2, and I
Mhm.
got us 3-1.
Right.
So we go to week 5. This is where I think we get a break. We get a huge break. Week 5, October 6th.
Oh yeah.
This is a Sunday night game. So we go from a Thursday night game, Coles, to where now we get a 10-day because we don't play until Sunday night in Pittsburgh. Now
Is
it
it in
is
Pittsburgh?
yes,
Yeah,
it's
because they
back in
beat they beat us
Pittsburgh.
at home last time.
So what I would say is the only thing that stinks about it is you're going to East Coast, you're coming back, then you're going back to East Coast, but you got 10 days.
Yeah.
So I like Dallas and Pittsburgh.
Me too. I also have us still in the game out there, and on their turf. They made some good moves, but they didn't make enough moves for us, man. I believe we still can
What's
handle
up,
those guys.
Michael Dana? How are you, brother?
But I did want to touch bases on what Swoop Boy said. You don't think the Ravens defense will be as good? I agree. I actually was talking to some people about that. They lost they lost their defensive coordinator. They lost a few pieces on defense. So we'll see how they are. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see what defensive coordinator they pick. I don't think they picked up nobody that would kind of be like a threat. But
Well,
the only thing I got
yeah.
about the Ravens is Derrick Henry,
Derrick
the
Henry.
run
Yeah.
game, Lamar Jackson.
I could easily see us losing in Cleveland and beating the Ravens. So
I mean,
again,
it's either way. Either way.
either way, I just have them splitting. The interesting game is the Giants Thursday night on a 4 days. It is what it is. But we're close. I
Yep.
mean, I wouldn't say that if we were 3-2 after 5, that would be fine too. I'm just like the more I think about it. But again, this could all change people with injury. But right now,
Yeah.
so you have them beating Pittsburgh as well as I do.
Yeah.
So week 6, we come home Sunday 4:25 or 4:25 Eastern against the Detroit Lions. What do you
They
think
want
about that?
revenge, man. They want revenge, man.
I know they do.
And the Lion fans, bro, they travel. I was at that Lions game last year, and they was trying to take over our house. They was outside tailgating more than we were. They were ready, and they was already hyped because they were having a good season. Of course, they playing the Cowboys. They don't like the Cowboys at all because they feel like they get cheated all the time by us, and they felt like they got cheated last year. So they coming.
Stank ass Lions, says Rhonda. I hear you, Rhonda.
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds like Coles is
Now, let me tell you, I'm warming it up.
he's warming it up.
We still gonna beat the Lions again.
There you go.
They ain't worried about no Lions, man.
We're the better
They
team than the
themselves in the field.
Lions. I'm sorry. At
Yes.
home, I think it's one of those. You know what this reminds me of, Coles? It reminds me of the Niners, right?
Yeah.
Where we got our ass handed to them, and then we went back and we're like, oh, we got a shot, and then we lost again.
Yeah.
I think that I think we beat the Lions at home.
And I don't think they got better. To be honest with you, defensively, I don't think they got better. They still had one of their problems was their defensive backs. We
Yeah.
was lighting them up defense in the defense. I don't think they really established that. CJ Gardner Johnson is not there anymore. Who else is? I mean, I'm just not. The Detroit Lions are the sweethearts now because they made it to the NFC Championship game.
And I've been high on the Lions, but
Right.
I just think that if we were playing in Detroit, I would have that as an L. I would. But coming into AT&T, everybody forgets non-playoff. Dallas is pretty much lights out at home right now.
I'm hearing everybody talking about Amari Cooper's.
Well, they got Terry and Arnold, but I mean he's a rookie. Loyal, what's up, man?
What's up, man?
What's up, Loyal? How are you, brother?
You
I
was
miss streaming with you.
Yeah, he just came from a vacation, man. I see I see
Yeah,
your
I know.
picture.
I
Hey,
know.
shout out to you, man.
Loyal, you got to start hopping on the Zoom calls,
Oh,
man.
for sure. We definitely got to have him on.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, a lot of people talking about Amari Cooper's get back game. Man, don't get me wrong. Amari Cooper's a beast. Route running, like we gonna have to have Trayvon on him.
Well, yeah, it's
I
gonna
mean, I'm
be.
afraid to
Well,
even
that's
have
why
Trey.
I
We gonna have to
said
have help.
I didn't mean tonight. I mean
Yeah,
when I do my live stream, Loyal. Or my Zoom call, my channel Zoom. You just hop in.
I
It's
can send
always
him.
in.
I can send him a link if he want to hop on.
Oh, well, that's up to you. If
Yeah, I have to
uh,
send it to you on Facebook, loyal. Okay, but I'll send the link.
yeah, I got the
If you want to
schedule
get on
here,
there.
so I don't need to look at the picture if you want to hide it,
Oh yeah, I got it.
or just throw it up every now and again.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead because okay, we on the okay, and we got a bye week, week 7.
Yeah,
We got a bye week. Week 7. How you
my
feel about the bye
dogs are
week?
barking. So hold up a sec.
Oh yeah, no problem. Let me try to get loyal in. Thanks for everybody coming in. By the
My
way,
wife must
if
be
y'all do
home.
me, if you do me a favor, can you please hit that like button and share this content if you can? I appreciate everybody. Sub up if you're not subbed up. I'm gonna bring a lot of content for you. I appreciate everybody coming by.
Yeah, man. I was.
And sub up to my guy Game Time if you ain't sub
Well,
up to him.
I
If you
think most of them. I sent out the bat signal, so I think most of them, other than uh, what's his name, the Eagle dude, Swoop. That's your boy,
yeah,
Swoop. So
that is sweet. The Swoop Boys Entertainment. I done live streams with them. They're cool people.
okay, cool.
Yeah, they're cool people.
Yeah, listen, I
They're
could
not one of
see.
those. They're not one of those burner accounts and nothing like that. Like, they actually have like their own podcast, so they cool.
That's cool. Well, week 7 is a bye week. What do you think about that? And real quick, Eagles have a week 5 bye week.
They can't stand it. That's brutal, man.
That's horrendous. That's ridiculous.
Let's see.
Thanks, Rhonda. Now listen. I mean, up until the bye, I have them at 5-1. I could easily see them at 4-2. So,
Right.
yeah, best case 5-1, worst case 4-2. And that's where Coles has them at 4-2. So I could definitely see his point of view. I'm looking kind of on the optimistic side because I know what we have ahead of us. After the bye week, we go to. Hold up.
Oh, you good? You good?
All right. After the bye week, Sunday Night Football at San Fran, right? So, what do you think about that?
Oh me. I mean,
I
they
don't know how
can't.
we can
You
sit
know.
here and say we're going to win it. I think I'm going to root for Dallas, but
Yeah.
if I'm picking them, I'm not picking them to beat them until they beat them. You know what I mean?
Right. Like they can't beat us 4 times in a row, can they, Brian?
Probably not, but I'm not going. I can't honestly give us a dub in that game. I'm giving them an L, but I think we could definitely go. I think this is the year that we could go in and win.
Yeah.
But I'm not giving it to them. They
Yeah.
have to
I'm
prove
not
it
giving
to
it to
me.
them either. I'm just saying, hey, it could be, who knows? We
But
could.
yeah, they're not as good either. I hear a lot of things. Oh, well, we did this, we did that. They're not as good, and they're
Yeah,
gonna have to pay Brock Purdy. So,
yeah.
and another thing, this is happening. This whole prediction and talking about the teams. This is May 16th. I believe there's a good chance Debo is not on the team by the time the start of the season. If you go to
They claim that he gonna, they still gonna have him on the team and stuff.
Well, they can claim it all they want, but are you not going to give Purdy any extra money this year? And Debo he counts 28 million against the cap. If they post 1 June to cut him, they save almost $18 million. So, whereas Ayuk, you can't cut him. I think they're going to get rid of Debo, either a trade or just a release, and then I know everybody says it ain't going to happen, but they need that money. They're looking to trade him. So I'm telling you now, they're looking to trade Debo.
I just
So
sent that link, James. Let me see if you can try to get in.
they're looking to trade Debo. So if Debo ain't on the team, then I think we win that game. But
Yeah.
as we sit here today, that's what I'm trying to reiterate. That's an
Our thing
L.
is, I think we have a good chance of winning that game because we'll have a defensive coordinator that know how to stop the Shanahan tree. I mean, Zimmer has, we'll be doing something different. I think we'll be able to stop the run with him. His scheme is way different than Dan Quinn's, like you said earlier. Zimmer was talking about we may not have as many turnovers, but we'll be able to stop, the run and be more efficient on defense. So that's one thing I can really say. Hey, as long as the offense do their job, we may have a good chance of, the defense like we'll gel together and we'll pull off a win in San Francisco. I hope. I mean, like I said, we can't lose to these guys 4 times in a row. I mean, right now,
Honestly, I don't think we're going to lose it, but I'm
yeah,
not giving them a W. They don't
yeah,
deserve it.
yeah.
They're
So
getting an
I
L.
I got us winning. I'm gonna go out there and take a chance of us winning.
Okay, so you got them winning it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All
And
right.
the Falcons.
Week 9. This is your home. This is a home game for you, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna be out there. We're gonna be tailgating. I'm gonna be tailgating with the Cowboys Cave with
Okay. Okay. He's
Philly.
going to be there.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're gonna be out here, so I'm gonna link up with them. I'm already hyped for this game. Cowboy Nation takes over in Atlanta. The Atlanta Falcon fans, they true and loyal, but they know they want to come to the Cowboys game because it's a Cowboys game. But they know they're about to catch that L, man. They know it. So Dak Prescott against Kirk Cousins, Bijan Robinson, out there, and they got Drake London and who else they
Yeah,
got?
they have a lot of weapons. They got Kirk Cousins, but we'll see what he is after the Achilles.
Yeah. So for sure, we're gonna win against the Falcons. I'm not worried about the Falcons. They haven't done anything defensively.
They're starting to chirp about the tight end being a bust already.
Yeah, you notice I haven't even mentioned his name because he's not going to be a factor. Last time we played them, he wasn't a factor.
I can't tell you how many people talk about, man, we got to trade for him. I'm like, dude, he's done nothing until he does something.
What's up, man?
What's up?
It's good.
Yeah. I can't see anybody because I got this schedule in front of me.
Yeah, I'm about to move the schedule out. I got the schedule on my phone, so we can always go down.
No, well, I have it up on my screen.
Yeah, okay.
Either that or see, that's one thing about OBS. You could shrink the size of the schedule and put it off in the corner so people can still see it. But yet,
Let me go ahead and hide that.
Yeah.
Okay, me back.
So, all right. So after, we can. Once Loyal gets logged in, I don't know what he's doing there at the pool, but
yeah, I'm trying to figure this out here.
So Coles, you got him after 8 games played. You got him 1, 2, 3, 4. You got him 6-2, which is good. And I got him at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got him at 6-2. Isn't that funny? It's just different ways of getting there. So
exactly, man. Like
6-2, 6-2. I got news for you. 5-3 wouldn't be horrible. So if we lose the Cleveland game or one of the other games, 5-3 is still good. In my opinion, 5-3, 6-2. Like if we're 6-2 at this point, I think we're good. So before we go any further, and once Loyal dials himself in,
all right, I'm here.
He in.
I know, but he's going back and forth. He was freaking me out a little bit. I didn't know what was happening. So, all right. So let's get your opinion through the first 8 games. We'll quickly recap. Week 1, Cleveland. You're going to be there, right, Loyal?
Yep.
Yeah, you say you're going to the Cleveland. Okay.
So what do you think? You're there. You know how good that defense is. Are we in trouble?
Well, here's the 2 keys I think that we got to do. First and foremost, our kryptonite has been stopping the run. So, Cleveland, they like to run the ball.
They like to run.
They are a run. They got Nick Chubb, and they like to run the ball.
Well, I don't know if Nick will be ready, but yeah.
Yeah. But I think that if we can stop the run and our defense shows up, we can win that. Those are the 2 things right there.
Well, yeah. I gave him a win. He gave him a loss. I think Dallas could easily lose that if what you say doesn't happen. If to me, Dallas is going to have to run the game. You run the ball, and they're going to have to stop the run.
Yeah.
What's up,
Mhm.
Desmond? How are you, buddy?
It's good.
This is Party's third year going. Parties. He can extension. Oh, you must be talk to text.
I'm pulling up the schedule right now so I can tell you the rest of my
Yeah.
picks.
Yeah, well, we're going through it. We've gotten to the first date, but so you got him winning or losing in the first one?
I got him winning.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
I want to say we gonna win. I just like you said, James. It's the stopping the run. I have to see, with us working with a new defensive coordinator. I need to see that these guys, off the jump, gonna be on defense.
I think that's an advantage, Coles. I think that's an advantage. Mike Zimmer, man.
Yeah, it's just going to depend on how the players respond. Because, let's be honest. A lot of these players are spoiled by Dan Quinn.
Yes.
Including Micah Parsons. So, I think Mike Zimmer's got to get in there, put his stamp down, and gain trust.
That's where Greg Ellis
gain trust in the players. And they're going to have to buy in. They're going to have to buy into what he's trying to do.
Well, they're going to buy in because Zimmer has Deion Sanders on the side who could pick up the phone. Zimmer has Greg Ellis, who's in the building, who's going to be able to say, "Yo, he's yelling at you because he cares about you.
Yeah.
He wants you to get better. He's not up in the damn booth."
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's in your face. Again, it's just I think it's only good. We were doing it with mirrors last year. Again, it was great. All these turnovers. Zimmer came out and said it, Loyal. He said Dallas don't expect the same amount of interceptions, but we may be a better team. And you know what I mean? There's nothing more frustrating than getting an interception, but then giving up a bunch of long plays because your scheme and how you're playing is not good. And I thought Dan Quinn, I think he did a good job, but I think he went as far as he could go with this team.
And I think we got all the crybabies off the field, like the Jalen Smiths and what's his name, the safety or the cornerback that went to the Vikings.
Is he going back to the Vikings?
No, the one that used to say, "Oh, we don't have to give 100%." You know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, he had to go.
Xavier, those guys, and then Jalen Smith coming out saying all this.
Xavier Woods.
So these guys got to put their big boy pants on. Yeah, they have to get their big boy pants on.
I just think week one we have a lot of advantages because of the unknown. Obviously, we got to stop the run and run the ball.
And Cleveland has a hellified defense.
I know.
That's going to be a true test for Tyler Guyton because. Guess what? Week one, he's got to play up against Myles Garrett, one of the best pass rushers in the league.
But they're going to help a little bit.
So I think Tyler's in there. They kind of
you're on your own, Tyler.
They're not going.
They're going to help him. Zeke will help.
Yeah, they have a tight end out there. They'll run a lot of 12 personnel. They're gonna help him. They did the same thing for Tyler Smith.
Me too, Jeff.
They didn't leave Tyler Smith out there on his own. They gave him help until he was able to, do it on his own. So
now let me ask y'all this. Do you think that BB will be a week one starter? Or do you think Hoffman will start and then he'll jump in?
I think it depends on how they do on training. They're gonna definitely compete. I think
I think the better man. I think it'll be Hoffman number one to start off, but we'll see what happens, man. If everybody's healthy, and I just think BB's the type of guy that if he has the opportunity, he's gonna seize it. I think ultimately, Hoffman is on the team as probably our center. I think BB goes to the guard position once Zach Martin retires. That's what I really.
Eventually, that'll help him.
Which wouldn't be a bad thing because if let's just say
Guyton is good, but I don't know if he's
not ready. Then they could take BB and maybe put him at left guard. And then have Tyler Smith play left tackle until Tyler.
The only way Guyton's not going to play Loyal is if he's
hurt. He's 6'7", 300 pounds.
He got to be on the
field. he's going to play. They are going to help him. And the good thing is Loyal is that he's better at pass blocking right now. So you'd be surprised his footwork for a almost 6'8". He's a just a tick under 6'8"
He's
is
freaking
really,
giant.
really good. So he'll be able to handle the pass rush for the most part. It's getting that running game going behind him.
Yeah,
So,
and I
you
mean,
know,
because you gotta remember Miles Garrett. That's a big boy, man. I
he
mean,
is. He
I see a
is.
picture of that dude with his shirt off. He looked like freaking Incredible Hulk. He's a freaking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
he's
ain't
gonna
gonna
be a
lie, he's a
problem.
beast.
That's why I know they don't gonna leave Guyton out there on his own. They're gonna. I mean, that'll just be bad for Dak. They need to protect him. So I believe
Mhm.
they'll have some help.
That's
I
right,
believe
Rhonda.
Guyton will be okay. I think with him
Yeah, I
taking.
think he is going to be
Yeah.
okay.
And Amari Cooper, he's been checking this off on his calendar since they let him go.
We're gonna have
So
to have a lot of safety help, man, because we got 2 corners. I mean, they need to work on the
mhm.
double move, and Amari Cooper knows
I ain't
knows
worried
how
about
Trayvon Diggs
Massaji
is, man.
Watson.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
anxious to see how our linebackers do. I mean,
Yes.
for some reason, I just got this gut feeling. I think that linebacker that we got from Notre Dame, he's going to be good. I know I doubted him in the draft, but I look at him, more I watch his tape, he could be like a Troy Polamalu type of linebacker. You know what I
Who,
mean?
Maris, Leofau, our guy?
Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
here's the deal with him, in my opinion. Where he's forever going to be linked to Marshawn Lloyd and Jalen Wright from Tennessee. Those guys were on the board and went right after we took Marist. A lot of people had him in the 5th round. Zimmer really liked him. So at the end of the day, I'm going to trust my coach. And everybody wants a running back, but I don't understand if people really don't respect what we got, I guess, or doesn't
I
know.
like running back by committee.
Rico Dowdle,
Yeah.
when he's healthy, is probably the best running back.
Because let's just say we did get
Rico
Derrick
is
Henry.
good, people. I don't
He is.
understand why they hate.
He's got to stay healthy,
Yeah. Hunter
and-
Lepke is a runner, people. He's not a fullback. He's a runner.
and
he don't
people fail
block.
to realize. Just imagine having Zeke and Dowdle together, like
Yeah.
those are two
And
quarterbacks,
Royce
man.
Freeman.
Derrick
And
Henry, he reminds me
Yeah.
of Marion Barber. That's the type of running back when I look at him, I see as a Marion Barber type of
I
running
like
back.
Derrick Henry. I would love to have had him last year in the playoffs at the goal line. Remember, we didn't have Zeke.
Right. But that's
So,
just it. I think he's a good goal line back, but I don't think he's a 4-down back. He reminds me a lot of Marion Barber.
No, yeah,
of course.
absolutely.
And Zeke got a little bit of, he got a little bit of PT, just experimenting doing in New England, jumping out, catching passes and stuff like that. So I'm anxious to see how they use him.
Well, it's everybody wants to all of a sudden say, well, like when we had a bell cow back, you didn't need it. Nobody wins a Super Bowl with a bell cow. Okay, the history shows you that if your running back makes more than $3 million, you normally aren't going to be winning the Super Bowl. That's what recent history has shown you. All of a sudden now, well, we got Saquon, now we're going to be the best. That doesn't win you games necessarily. Okay, you need your quarterback to get the job done. So, but anyway, yeah, just getting caught up here. So that's a tough game. I hear you. To me, I think the Cleveland Brown game, guys, will determine whether we win 12 games or 11 games. If we lose that game, we'll probably win 11. Okay. If we win that game, then we might actually get to 12. I think that's a hard game. I think you guys are right.
I mean, just coming out the gate, but I like it like that. I like that we getting these games early. Like I said,
getting broken in. So then we go to week 2 against the New Orleans Saints at home. I think we win that one.
Yeah, me and Coles had a win there.
Baltimore, that could be, I don't know.
Go either way.
That could be a loss. I mean, the Giants, we should beat them. I think we'll beat Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
The Lions, that could be a trap game. That could be not really a trap. I think the Lions are going to be better than what they were last year. So
see,
that
we
could be
both
an L.
How you think about their secondary? You think their secondary got better?
A little bit. I see us going 4-2 before the bye week. That's my prediction.
Okay. Yeah. The only thing, I was like, the Lions. I'm not sold. They're a good team.
I like them, but I think they may be one of those teams that
make bad coaching decisions.
Well, the coach everybody loves their coach. I think he's what's holding them back. I like him, but you can't do what he does at the end of games. I
hate to say it, all the 49ers trolls on here, we're beating y'all this year. I'm just saying that right now. We are beating the 49ers this year.
We can't lose.
What y'all say, we are winning that game.
Well, like out of just principle, I didn't I didn't give us a win. They have to beat them before I'm picking them. But
I feel you. I feel you, but I'm not gonna just sit back and let them beat us 4 times.
No, I think we win the game, but they have to earn it.
Yeah, they gotta earn it for sure. They need to do something.
I think that'll be a confidence booster for us.
Yes. And
then
we're going
we got
to
Atlanta. We should
Yeah.
beat
So what do you think
them.
about Atlanta? Me and him both had wins.
We should beat them however they like to run. Oh, we're gonna beat the Eagles week 10.
Hold up. Now we're gonna get back into analyzing each game. So now you're caught up. So we're 6 and me and Coles both had them 6-2 after 8 games. So all right, now week 10.
Win.
Home against the Eagles, 425.
Win.
We winning that game.
Yeah, okay.
And the Eagle fans know it. That's
Well,
why they're so happy to play us week 17.
I think we'll take an L to Houston because you look at we play them on Monday. I think we're going to be beat up from that Eagles game, so they might get us this time. I know Eastside Harold's probably out there like, yeah, but I think that that don't mean it's the end of the road, but I just think that's one of those games we might lose.
We'll have a lot of time to recover. 7 days at home.
Yeah, I like us beating Eastside Harold's team. There's no way we're losing that.
It's gonna be a battle, man.
We ain't losing that game. Nope, we winning.
We got left hand up, Dan Quinn revenge game.
We beating them.
You think we beating them? Okay.
I ain't worried about the Commanders.
Got the Giants, the Bengals, Carolina.
Hold
Tampa
up,
Bay.
slow down. Week 13, Giants Thanksgiving.
We beating them.
What do you think, Cole? Loyal.
I'll take a W.
And then we have 10 days until we play home again against the Bengals on Monday Night Football.
I think we'll win that one.
Yeah.
Damn.
Then we play the Panthers.
Win.
You think we'll slip one on the Panthers?
I think we might slip there just because.
The Panthers were playing this.
We just rattled off a bunch of wins. Shit, I got to win in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row.
And you can easily say that because these teams, like we got a landslide. Starting with after the San Francisco game, we landslide. Like you got to look at some of these games. Like dang, maybe.
I mean Tampa Bay. Come on now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like when I did my first prediction, no lie.
What's up, man?
I will say I think the Eagles will probably beat us in week 17.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that.
But it all depends. If Hurts is still their quarterback.
Oh yeah, that depends.
If maybe they fire Sirianni by then and they have somebody else who's fighting and they're actually going to play good. You know what I mean? You never know. There's a lot of different things.
Yeah. I mean, anything can happen. From what I'm seeing on the schedule now,
it's like way too early to be doing wins and losses. It's just it is, but it's
because
it's fun.
Now, if I want to be like unbiased and just put my feelings aside, I could say maybe the Texans may sneak one on us. Yeah. And then we'll win against. Of course, we're going to win against.
But here's my thing. You know how last year we looked at the Buffalo game, everybody knew that was a loss, right? If you're looking at it. Okay, at Cleveland, home against New Orleans, home against Boston, at the Giants, at Pittsburgh, home against Detroit. What is that? Oh my God, you're gonna lose. I guess it would be the Niners, right? But we're all inside saying, "Oh shit, we're gonna win that game, right?" You know what I mean? So it's like that would be the only game. There's not a game that's really scary this year. At Atlanta, home against the Eagles, home against the Texans. Yes, East Side, that's going to be a great game. Yeah, we could lose that. I mean, we could. At Washington Commanders, home against the Giants, home against the Bengals. If we lose to Carolina, it's going to be only because we didn't concentrate and we have so many wins coming into that. You know what I mean? If we're not winning, we ain't losing to Carolina. But if we're rolling like we're saying that we're going to be rolling, we're going to beat Carolina, correct?
Yeah.
I mean, right? Or
of course, that
could be a slip-up meaning.
Team, like, come on now.
That it would have to be a slip-up field goal at the end of the game, overtime. Oh, my God, how did we just lose to Carolina? Short game, they're running the ball, maybe turnovers in our own red zones, like stupid shit that makes you lose games. That's the only way we're losing to Carolina. Tampa Bay at home, we're beating. Okay, week 17 against the Eagles. All right, I'm going to give it to the Eagles just because, that's a tough place to play. But again, and then at home against the Commanders, we may lose that because we don't need it.
Yeah,
Maybe we don't need the
depends on how
game and we're resting everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it depends on how the division runs, for sure.
So, do you guys think we'll get in the playoffs? Yay or nay?
Well, just
Yes.
going by that many wins. Hell yeah.
We're going to
Honest-
win a lot of regular season games. That's what we do, and a lot of people going to judge our team.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's a lot of stake, man. I mean, you think about it. Mike McCarthy,
Exactly, George.
Dak
You want to be the
Prescott,
underdog.
all these
Yeah.
guys, they didn't say, "Oh, we're going to sign you to long-term deals." So this is a prove-it year for these guys.
Right, and that's
You know?
that's yeah, and that's why I said it's going to be cute for us to win all these games in the regular season. At the end of the day,
It all
people don't
comes down
care,
to
you know.
playoffs.
And
But
this is going to be like Zeke's last chance to really prove. I mean, because I think after this year, possibly looking at retirement for him. Or
well, I don't know. Maybe let's not rush it, but maybe he comes back year to year.
Who?
You know, Zeke. Maybe he comes back
Oh, yeah,
year to
he may
year
come back.
as a part of a running back by committee. Listen, if he can make, a $2-3 million to be a rotational guy, why wouldn't he do it? He lives in Texas. He's a hell of a pass blocker. He's a hell of a teammate. Unless he gets injured, I don't see why you wouldn't. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, we'll worry about next year. But all in all, I don't think we have the hardest schedule in the division.
Yeah,
I don't think so. Did you guys see the other divisional schedules?
we
It's
got
a lot worse.
Yeah, we got a they gave us a big favor, man. Like to have most of these tougher games in the beginning of the season, and you saw how we just had a landslide on that after the bye week. How we just was like win, 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 win. That's
Yeah.
gonna work in our favor because
I mean, just look at the last 6 games. You figure, you got the Commanders, you got the Eagles, you got Tampa, you got the Panthers, and you got the Bengals, and you got the Giants, and you got the Commanders. I mean, that's pretty good. Houston Texans on Monday night, November 18th is our last oh my god game because that's probably going to be the best team. Then it's at the Commanders, home against the Giants, home against the Bengals. Okay, I know the Bengals are good, but we beat them last year in Cincinnati, didn't we?
And you
Or
look
was
at
it at home?
December, we only got
No,
one
we beat 'em
game
at
really on the
Yeah.
road that's cold. I mean, with Carolina, it might be
At-
it ain't gonna be too
Rondo.
cold.
At Carolina, home against Tampa, at Eagles. Okay, that's the one game. And then home against Washington. I mean, you're right. It's not bad, people.
I
don't
just hate to do that to myself because I'm like, okay, yeah, it's looking good.
But it doesn't mean anything. It just
Yeah.
means that you get to play in the playoffs. That's all.
Right,
It's
right.
all it means.
So
You
we
know?
already knew that we were basically going to be a playoff team. It's just
But
we need to win in the playoffs.
yeah, if Dak gets hurt, if Micah something happens to, or if CD, then obviously we're winning 6 or 7 games.
You gonna go to the Atlanta game, Coles?
Yes, I am. Yep.
I figure you were.
Set.
I got
Now-
an uncle. I got family that lives in Stone Mountain. It's
Oh,
real
yeah?
nice over there.
I try not to get too much traffic going there.
Oh yeah,
I
that
try to
Atlanta
go over
traffic
there.
ain't no joke.
I swear, but yeah, we go. Yeah, I'm gonna be at the at that game. If Mike Tag,
Yeah.
Cowboys Cave, we're gonna do tailgate out there, so it's gonna be nice, man. Like it's Cowboy Nation will take over it. It's always like that. We're gonna take over the stadium. It's gonna be our home game. So,
Man, I'm telling you though, tickets ain't cheap, man. I got my ticket for a nosebleed seat for the Browns game was almost $300. Yeah, for a nosebleed.
So yeah, from the chat, I'm saying Regina, you got 10-7. I seen a couple 11-6s as well. Look, I'm on that too. Like I say, our ceiling is definitely 12-5 because that's what we've been doing for the past 3 years.
Yeah.
And I say that our lowest is 10-7. Like we at least winning 10 games. I don't see us losing. Winning.
I mean, like I said, and we say that barring injury. Obviously, if there's a major injury, then obviously it all goes down the tubes if something were to happen to Dak. But yeah, I agree with you. Somewhere I'm comfortable in saying anywhere between 9 and 11 wins, and our high is 12 and our low is 9. I see us winning 10 easy. So Jeff Lee's saying 13-3. I love the confidence, Jeff, and it can happen.
Hey,
But
I can see how Jeff can look at it because when I did the first prediction, I did worse. I was 15-2. I mean, I'm 15.
you want to hear the Washington Commanders schedule? It ain't
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah,
Let me just read it off to everybody because
Yeah.
All right, they at Tampa Bay is Sunday Night Football. That's a tough game. Okay, and then home against the Giants, and then at the Bengals. That's a tough. We get to play them at home. They get to go to Cincy. That's a different animal.
Yeah,
at Arizona, right? That's a tough one. We know all about Arizona.
Yeah, they got Kyler Murray coming back. They got Kyler Murray early when he
and they got Marvin Harrison Jr. and home against Cleveland. Again, we just got done talking about how good that defense is. Home against Cleveland. At the Ravens. That's a tough game going to M&T Bank Park in Baltimore. That's a tough game. Home against the Panthers. Okay, so they get a couple easy ones. Home against the Panthers. Home against the Bears. Then at the Giants. Bears, yeah. And then at the Giants, week 9. Home against the Steelers, week 10. At the Eagles. At the Eagles on Thursday Night Football. Home against Dallas. Home against Tennessee. At New Orleans, which is tough. Home against the Eagles. Home against the Falcons, and at the Cowboys. I just think it's a harder schedule than what we have to play. But just your home and away and who you're playing home. Yeah, they don't get to play the Niners, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
I've been talking to Commander fans, man. They trying to stay humble.
That's good.
They don't want to, even though they have a lot of changes in their organization, they still like most of them I've been talking to. They like we probably just gonna win probably no more than 8 games. They just in it for the now. They trust in the process.
Yeah.
So we will see. They
just happy Dan Snyder's gone.
Yeah, they happy he gone. They happy they got a new GM, a new owner, a new coach, a new quarterback. So they just trying to stay.
I was getting, you know what it was? I was thinking about the 49ers that had the real hard schedule. The Niners have a tough schedule. Niners have a tough schedule. Listen to this. I don't know. I'm going to be long-winded, but the Jets. Okay, it says they're home against the Jets. Aaron Rodgers gets to go to San Fran, week 1. Then they're at the Vikings. Okay, at the Rams. Everybody. The Rams are a tough team, man, and it's at the Rams. Rams always beat them at least once. Home against the Patriots, home against the Cardinals. Okay, all right. But still, like divisional game. Week 6, at Seattle. Week 7, home against Kansas City. Week 8, home against Dallas. That's a tough stretch. At Seattle, home against Kansas City, home against Dallas. Bye week, week 9. Week 10, at Tampa Bay. Week 11, home against Seattle. Week 12, at Green Bay. Week 13, at Buffalo in December. The Niners in Buffalo. That's a tough one. Home against Chicago. Home against the Rams. At the Dolphins, week 16. Home against the Lions, week 17.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of get back.
And at Arizona. So that's a tough schedule. That's definitely tougher than us.
You got to think, the 49ers, they got to stay healthy. They had a hard time staying healthy.
Yeah, definitely.
They don't have Greenlaw no more.
He's out for the year, you would think.
Yeah,
they got rid of Chase Young's gone.
Chase Young not there anymore. They still got their receivers, so we'll see how they go. I think offensively they'll still be running good.
I thought Ayuk was somebody's trying to trade for him or something, but
right now they just kind of stuck with Ayuk. They stuck with Debo, so they just keeping those two guys until further notice. Maybe might let them go by the trade deadline or something like that. We'll see. But the 49ers, I mean, they still got their guys. Defensively, they probably might take a little bit of a step back. Offensively, they still got their pieces. We just got to see, man. Like, I
It's
believe,
going to be interesting, man.
yeah, I believe it depending on how our defense is with Zimmer and his scheme. As long as our offense do their thing, I think we went when we played the 49ers last year, we didn't have an identity set on offense.
No.
And that was a big thing. Like after that game, we got ourselves kind of together. Dak and McCarthy trusted each other, and that's when we started to take off. So I believe with our offense already being established underneath Mike McCarthy's system, and if our defense, by that time our defense know their identity and we're good, I believe we'll be able to handle the 49ers better. Like, people realize like it's a lot of context behind that game that we played. What is it, week 5 against the 49ers last year? Was it like we
It was early. It was early.
Yes, our offense was still getting carried by the defense. We didn't have an identity then. Now we do. So we just got to build off that. So I'm not going to write us off on the 49ers. I know they've been smoking us the past 3 years, but I believe we're going to get them this year.
So out of the draft picks that we had this year, who do you guys see being week 1 starters?
Nealon will be one. BB, of course, Guyton. I believe those, and I still got to see him from Lafu. I got to see how he is because we still got linebackers.
We played the Niners week 1, 2, 3, week 5.
Week 5, yep. Mm-hmm.
We won our first 2 last year. We won at the Giants, and then we won at home against the Jets, and then we got smoked against the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Then we went to New England and blew them out 38-3. Then we lost 42-10 in San Fran. And then we came back and beat the Chargers.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like it cost us nothing. You know what I mean? Even that loss against the Niners, we beat the Rams 43-20. Then we lost at the Eagles 28-23. Remember that close game? 28-23. And then we beat the Giants 49-17. We beat the Panthers in Carolina last year 33-10. We beat Commanders 45-10. Man, we put up some numbers last year. We beat Seattle 41-35 in a great game. That could have went either way. The Eagles, we blew them out at home. Yes, blew them out. The 33-13. Then we went to Buffalo and lost 31-10. Then we went to Miami and we should have won that game. We lost 22-20. And then we beat Detroit 20-19. That was a tough one. Then we beat the Commanders 38-10. And then out of nowhere, we lost 48-32 in a wild card game that wasn't even that close.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Niner game
is leading, man.
Yeah. Definitely.
I mean, like I said, I believe that this year will be different. We just got to shake off that playoff loss and just see how things go with Zimmer's scheme. But just to go back to what James was talking about,
buying into his
scheme. I'm looking at Nealon, man. I think that's a guy handpicked by Zimmer. I'm looking to see what he's gonna do. I think he's gonna be a big impact on the edge rush. I think
he reminds me so much of Cam Jordan, man. When I look at him, I just think of Cam Jordan. That's who he reminds me of.
Marshawn Neal, and they said he's unbelievably powerful.
Yes.
Like when they were watching him at the rookie minicamp, they were saying, man, once this kid learns how to put his hand down, and that's what Zimmer's teaching. That's what Zimmer's been teaching Mozzie, non-contact, is just how to line up and be in a stance.
Yeah, it looked like they fattened Mozzie up a little bit.
Yeah, he's over 300. He's still got a ways to go, but yeah, he's at 305 or something.
How y'all feel about the Mozzie and Dan Quinn situation? You feel
I
like
think
Dan
Dan
Quinn
Quinn
kind of
was
like,
wrong.
yeah,
This is, but I'm curious to see what Loyal thinks.
I agree. I think he was wrong. I mean, Mozzie, he's designed. We need a one tech tackle. Period. We don't need nobody's going to drop back because you see how it ended up. It
good,
just
bro.
didn't work. We could. It still didn't matter. They tried that, and they just got ran over. So we need somebody there that can plug the hole, so
Yeah,
no one can get through.
for sure, man. Like that's what we need, man. I feel like we still need to add some more guys, man. Like
Yeah.
we did draft one in the seventh round. How y'all feel about him?
Who's that?
I
The
don't
D tackle?
Yeah, the D tackle.
I was listening to Broadus, and he said he thinks he may start just because Mozzie may not be ready, but they really like him. They really like him. He's a true one technique. You got to realize in Zimmer's system, his interior linemen don't have to be huge pass rushers.
Yeah.
Your rush will come from the A gap and the linebackers if they choose to blitz or like a corner blitz or your DNs. Your defensive tackles just need to stop the run and collapse the pocket. That's all. And this kid, they love him. They really love him, and they love Nealon too. They were just unbelievably surprised how powerful he is. He just needs to, he's a run stuffer day one, Nealon.
Yeah.
So they just need to refine his pass rush. But as a rotational piece right now, the question is this: is Nealon going to beat out Sam Williams? That's the thing. Now they're both be on the team, but I got news for
that's
you.
good to have both of them. It's good
If
to
he
have.
could,
Yeah.
if he could stop, he may be. What I'm saying is he may be ahead of Sam Williams because he's going to be able to set up maybe Sam's rushing the quarterback. Maybe he's the guy in on early downs, stopping the run. And on passing downs, maybe you got Sam Williams going in there. I mean, I'm just saying, but that's a question that that's going to be very interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, even with having DeMarcus Lawrence out there, he's been highly underrated when it comes to stopping the run. Like he's been great last year. I'm looking at Nealon. I've been looking at his film. Like he's a beast. Sam Williams, I really want him to step up. I want him to mature. I hope that maybe Zimmer can, be able to help him more than Dan Quinn did.
Yeah.
Dan Quinn kind of tied his hands because he was more of a liability. Hopefully, maybe Zimmer can, fix that with him. If not, they may be, he may be one of those guys.
Sam Williams' problem is he's just a hothead.
Yeah. Yes. And he made a lot of hot-headed choices. Yes, it was on special teams, but come on now, that's special teams. These are situations where we need you to do right. And some calls, I give him a little pass because he's trying. Like in that situation when we played the Chargers, and he botched the. I guess he hit the person too early or something. Was that him or was that I think I'm getting mixed up with Jalen Tolbert. That was Jalen Tolbert. Never mind. Yeah, he did some of one of the games. He had hit the punter. I'm like, dude. I mean, I get you trying to block it, but come on, man. You gotta pay attention, man. Like this is gonna cause us the game. You know what I'm saying? He did it so many times, so he just need to be a little bit more aware. But other than that, I mean, I know he got the potential to be a great edge rusher.
I just think his maturity level can be better.
Yes.
I mean, he's got the physical tools, the physicality, but he needs to mature.
Yeah, he needed to mature, like
more
speeding,
disciplined player.
Yes, he was already on my hot seat because he's an Ole Miss rebel, I don't like Ole Miss. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Mississippi State Bulldog. I don't like Ole Miss, so he was already on my hot seat.
Well, I wanted to talk about a couple guys. I don't know what you have planned, but I wanted to talk about a couple guys that we picked up. I know I look at a lot of different sites, and Pro Football Focus named this player as a player to watch. So I want to talk about three players, but this particular player is a player that nobody's really talking about. Cam Johnson, wide receiver, Northwestern. Dane Brugler ranked him number 73 among wide receivers in this year's draft. He played 6 seasons of college football, with the most productive being his last. He catching 54 passes for 715 yards and 6 touchdowns for the Wildcats. Why they said him, I don't know, but they said he's a great route runner. He's a bigger guy. He has great hands. So, look for a guy like a Cam Johnson to make the team. But we picked up 2 safeties. And early reports are in the rookie minicamp that these guys look like beasts out there. They're big boys too. Amani Johnson, safety out of Nevada, and he's like a Donovan Wilson, type clone. And Julius Wood, safety out of Eastern Carolina. He averaged 36. He averaging 86 tackles and 2 interceptions per season. These cats have a really bright future. Dallas does a great job with their unrestricted free agents. I'm not trying to confuse people with names that nobody knows, but just something to look out for, that they keep going. Let's not forget, we got the most of our production from guys last year who weren't drafted.
Exactly.
And
that's what kind of trips me out, because a lot of people will get on us about not we'll sign or draft some no big name, and they end up becoming like all of a sudden we have weapons, because we get them on the later rounds of the draft or undrafted, like DeRon Bland, so that's one thing I will give our front office. They know how to they know how to pick them, man. They know how to pick the little
they do
time in the rough. So yeah, for sure, man. But yeah, I've been looking at their tape. I'm waiting for training camp. I'm ready to see what they can do.
It'll be fun, man. I'm looking forward to the whole process. I haven't decided which games I'm going to. Loyal, you're going to the Cleveland game, right? That's the game you're going to. So yeah, I haven't decided any other games. I'll probably go to the Commanders game.
Yeah, so we playing the Commanders in Washington week 18, the last game.
No, that's in AT&T is the last game.
Oh, okay.
We play them earlier this year.
Yeah, we play them in November.
It won't be as cold.
No,
I need to, so I got a few games. I'm going to 3 games, and I'm going to I was going to do 2 games in Dallas and 1 out here in Atlanta, but I might change that up. I'm going to the Saints game. I'm going to the Falcons game, of course, and I may go to that Commanders game in Washington.
Okay, cool. That'd be great.
I've been wanting to go to a game out there in the DMV. We always had played them the last game of the week.
Yeah.
Year. I want to go there. But that might come out that might be one game I'll go.
Well, Mark wants to do the Carolina, and I was trying to tell him I really have no desire to go to Carolina. They're the most expensive ticket in the NFL. Why? I don't know. Literally, you want a seat, you got to pay $600 to get a seat. I'm like, Mark, it's not worth it. Just because it's an easy drive. I'd rather go to Atlanta than than go to Carolina. Thinking about going to Dallas. We'll see. I was thinking about possibly going to the Raven game.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
But just to hang out with Mike and the boys. But we'll see. We got to iron all that out. I don't know what I could afford and how that works. But I'll get to a couple.
Going up.
I know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I saw my guy HT on Sports, Henny DeMoore, in the chat, man. Hey, sub up to my guy HT on Sports, man. I appreciate you coming by. Also hit those likes for you guys, man. I see a lot of people on the Twitter chat. If y'all don't mind, look up Gametime Bryan, give him a sub. Come over down to my channel on YouTube. Both of us on YouTube. Gametime Bryan YouTube, mine's Cole's Cowboys. If y'all don't mind hitting that sub button and liking this content, we appreciate that. You got and loyal, man. Yeah. Do you have anything? Any links? You working on any content?
Not yet. I gotta go to OBS 101 first.
Okay. Yeah, I feel you.
Get some content.
You guys can go together, man.
For sure, man. I'm
You
trying
got
to
it.
I got all the technology, I got the computer and all that, but I just need to
Well,
learn.
it's not as hard. It's just hard telling somebody over the phone, "Well, click this." That's
Yeah.
what
I
it's
gotta learn
hard.
how to
You
multitask,
Hey,
be
Leslie
able to
Lieber.
read chats
Yeah,
and
you
talk
good.
to
you know
people
it's
at the
weird,
same
like
time.
OBS when like I do an intro, you don't hear nothing. So you're just clicking and you see it pop on, but you don't hear nothing. So it's like it takes a while to get used to. Anything you click, you're not hearing through OBS. The only thing you hear is the Zoom link. So, if I play I have drops. I have a stream deck here, like I have a roadcaster. You guys can probably hear this, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But anything not in my roadcaster that's on my stream deck, you guys can't hear, and it's just a little confusing with the OBS. It takes a while. I'm still learning it.
Regina says West Coast Cowboys going to the Ravens game for you game.
Yeah. Well, maybe Mark. I mean, like I said, he wants to go to training camp. I can't do it all. So,
I heard that's expensive.
huh?
I heard that training camp's expensive.
It's expensive
Stay in a
and it's
hotel
not
over
worth
there.
it. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
It is, man. Them training camps. I mean, the plane ticket out there is enough by itself. Then you gotta go out there.
Yeah, tell me about it.
The hotel, the
I'd rather
travel,
go to a game,
because Oxnard is like an hour away from the airport. So you gotta drive way from the airport way down to Oxnard. And Oxnard
go to LAX or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that airport's horrible.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it one day. But
I heard the Atlanta air. I've been to the last time I went to Key West. That Atlanta airport is horrible.
It's busy. It's the most busiest one in the country.
Man,
it's worse than LAX.
Man, we barely got we had to connect, and we barely made our flight, man, because it was that bad.
Yeah, you gotta hop on that train, get to your terminal, hurry up and get to your gate. Like you.
Yes.
And when you're coming from Atlanta to go back home, TSA, like
we had to connect both ways.
Yeah, it was like that, bro. Man, see, I use Clear, so I
got TSA, and it still took forever.
Oh, for real? It depends. It depends on like if it's around holidays and stuff, it can get bad. Last time I did it, it was very easy, very easy. Like it's worth the money that I'm paying for it because I'm like, I cannot do that TSA line. But yeah, man, I wanted to do the draft. I wanted to go to Detroit, but things just didn't work out for me to go.
Yeah.
But and then they doing it in Green Bay next year.
Oh hell no!
I'm like, cold, man.
I'm like, come on, why y'all going out there?
Now, if I had a nice cooped out coach or something, I might do it. Drive over there and just. But other than that,
crazy, man. Like. I'm hoping. I've been wanting them to do it in Atlanta, but I don't think they can do it out here. It's just too crowded.
You think?
Oh yeah, you think 75 is bad now? Just imagine if they had a draft there,
dude. If they did it in Detroit, in downtown Detroit,
I don't know where they have a big venue in Atlanta for them to do it at.
Really?
Yeah, with all that traffic, it's already enough traffic.
Yeah, but they just like stop traffic. Like they stopped downtown Detroit.
They shut it. Yeah, they shut down.
They just it shut down. I was live streaming right in front of all the big buildings.
Okay,
it was crazy.
Yeah, they did the Super Bowl out here. And that
you want to talk about nuts, man.
Goodness,
the super chats for that live stream were incredible. Mark was like, "Oh my god." I think I got $586 in super chats.
Oh, that's
prime
good,
time.
man.
I felt bad for him, man. He thought he was freezing or something.
Yeah, well, I gave him I told him I said go back to the hotel and grab your stuff. Nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm in Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta, Randall.
So, and then I end up giving him my hat, my gloves.
He wouldn't still looked
like, he still was cold. So I'm like, dude, go move around.
Well, he's from Florida, so
he couldn't handle that. He's soft, right?
And I ain't saying he's soft. I'm just saying.
No, I'm saying he's soft.
It's always warm in Florida.
Nah, I'm playing with Phil. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it.
For sure, man. But man, like, what are you guys' thoughts? This thing, with this team so far. Of course, we know it is what it is, and the off-season free agency, like this is.
We ain't really gonna find anything out until preseason. I mean, training camp's cool, but you really don't see anything there because they're in shorts and freaking helmet and helmet. So they don't really make any physical contact.
I'm actually looking forward to this preseason for.
So I want to see if they survive the preseason because I had high expectations of Overshown, and he got hurt in preseason.
I'm looking forward to all this, man. I'm looking forward to seeing Trey Lance, get a lot of reps, actually have a dynamic backup. That would be good. I'm looking forward to seeing him, Overshown, get some reps. All the young guys are offensive linemen. I'm looking forward to see the Juggernaut get a lot of reps in preseason. Tyler Guyton. I'm looking forward to all that. I'm looking forward to Jalen. I mean, these young guys have to play. It's now or never. They need to play and get the reps in before the season. I don't need to see Zach Martin. I don't need to see CD, anytime soon. I don't need to see Brandon Cooks, but I need to see all my tight ends, my rookie tight end, the young guys. I need to see Schoonmaker out there. I don't need to see Ferguson, but you know what I mean. I want to see all these young guys. I love our tight ends. Love
yeah,
him.
I do too.
Yeah.
We lost McEwen. He's with the Lions now.
Yeah.
But I'm seeing a lot of people in the chat bringing
up new 85-inch Rhonda. Okay.
They're saying Christian McCaffrey signed a new deal with the 49ers. But I'm not seeing it on my timeline.
85 inches. What are you watching, Rhonda?
I'm about to just got a projector.
Make sure the kids. I know. I'm playing with it.
Yeah,
I don't know if they'll bring back Gilmore Regina. That's kind of up in the air. I mean, my gut tells me they probably won't. If they're waiting this long, they probably don't have any use for him. I hate to say that because I like Gilmore, but I don't think they'll bring him back.
Yeah, they're not gonna bring him back, man. Unless something happens and they have to reach out before another team get him. They may still be wanting to wait and probably make that good old training camp signing. Like they always do. They always sign somebody in training camp. So
I think Gilmore and players like him should just wait until the wait till the injuries happen and then go ahead and sign with the team.
Yeah.
It makes no sense for him to go into a camp. He's not fully healed. Wait till somebody gets hurt and then all of a sudden it'll be, wow, you got Stephon Gilmore out there as a free agent. Yeah, and then he'll get the money that he wants.
But we may not get him back because you got.
I don't think we will.
They love Jordan Lewis, man.
And Eric Scott, and I love Kalen Carson, the rookie. We got to see him, but man, everything I'm hearing, oof. I think we hit a home run with that kid.
Right, because they weren't completely sure about the run. I mean, he had a good rookie season, so they still wanted that, And I think Jordan Lewis was hurt too. He got hurt.
Yeah, I remember he had the foot injury. That was a nasty foot injury. Yeah. That was a real bad one. So
I don't know. They may still try to just rely on the young guys and go from there. I don't think they're gonna bring in Gilmore again. I would like it, but honestly, Gilmore is the type of guy you'll have starting, and you mean he gonna come in and start over the run, Bland after what the run did, and he's young, or you think he gonna interfere with? They love Jordan Lewis, like I said, they love Jordan Lewis. So I don't know, man.
He's made the cut several times.
Yes, yes, I'm saying
and he's been under several different systems. He's been under the Mike Nolan. He's been under the Dan Quinn. Now he's going to be under the Zimmer. So
yeah, they love him, man. And he does come up in clutch moments.
And I actually met Jordan Lewis. He's a pretty cool cat. I mean, he's real laid back. I mean, I seen him. Yeah, he was cool.
I like him. He, like I said, he comes up in clutch moments. Like moments like that can dictate the game. Like I still remember when we played the Saints when the Saints was undefeated. He got that game-stealing interception. He came in, did his thing, and he came through for other games. I think for a Commanders game, he got an interception. And he always came through. They love him. So I don't think Gilmore's gonna make it back on the team.
Nah, I don't think so either.
Unfortunately, but let's talk about Micah, man. Let's talk about my guy Michael Parsons. A lot of people have been on my guy kind of hard, with the, he's the president now of Bleacher Report.
I mean, I think he's still a little salty about Dan Quinn leaving, but I think if they start winning and they do good, he'll come around. Now, if we're not doing good on defense, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think he needs to be a leader. He needs to be that guy. He's the leader. He needs to be that guy to get everybody else riled up.
Yeah, I believe he'll step up and take up the leadership role. A lot of our fan base, they are kind of hard on him right now because over the offseason he's been focused on his content, being everywhere. Bleacher Report, ESPN, hanging out with Stephen A. Smith. I believe.
Yet
I
of all
believe.
people, Stephen A. Smith, I'm like, I think
You know,
Stephen A. Smith's trying to lightweight recruit him, talking about, oh, I love you, brother, and all that. No, you don't. He hates
Yeah,
Stephen A.
Cowboys.
right.
Smith's trying to get his. He knows that the
He's trying to
Cowboys.
turn him against Cowboy Nation, is what he's trying
Yeah,
to do.
because he's showing it right in front of it. He like, man, please get CD on my podcast. Let's do a podcast. I want you to get CD Lamb. I want you to get Michael Gallup, even though Michael Gallup not on our team. You still talking about Michael Gallup. I want you to get Dak Prescott. I know he ain't gonna show up, but I want you to try to get him. Like, you know what you're doing, dude. You're just trying to get views on your channel. You're trying to blow up off of Micah, off the Cowboys. Like, come on, man. Like,
Yep.
but it's crazy, man. But I believe Micah's gonna be okay, man. He's focused. He is training. He's trying to get his contract right.
He's going up against sumo wrestlers.
Oh yeah, he out there doing Micah. CJ Stroud out there doing the same thing, and we're not hearing Texans fans saying he better be ready for football. They're not saying that over there. They over here calling CJ Stroud. We got our guy. What's his name? Texans fan.
Oh, East Side.
East Side.
East Side hero coming in here talking about he a top 5 quarterback and all that stuff. So
they just got Diggs, so they really pounding their chest now.
So that's what I'm saying. So hey, if they can go easy on Stroud, we need to go.
See,
easy
I'm not 100% sold on Diggs. I mean, he's all right, but I'm not going to say he's like, damn, I mean, he's okay. He's a good receiver, but I'm not going to put him up there with,
one of the receivers they had got hurt or got shot or something like that. I think he got injured. Which was it? Was Tank Dell. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how that's going to affect him. I don't know if he'll be ready to play. He probably will. I'm not saying, but yeah, they're gonna be looking at Diggs to be the guy or the mentor of those young guys because they got Tank Dell, they got Diggs, and they got another wide receiver. Basically all the wide receivers can be number ones, and we know how Diggs is when it comes to him getting the ball. So it's gonna be kind of interesting. I'm gonna keep my eye on the Texans and see how that goes. Dalton Schultz out there. You gotta see how things gonna be with. So we'll see.
They still got Noah Brown.
Nope. I think they let Noah Brown go.
Really, he's gone.
I think so. Don't hold me on that. I just haven't heard much on Noah Brown, and they gotten a lot of other receivers. I don't know if he's still on the team. I think they had him for a 1-year deal. But I mean, guess look like we went through the schedule. Y'all want to go ahead and share y'all closing arguments on this live? What you got to say?
You go, game.
Yeah, man. I just want everybody to, I want everybody to just enjoy what we got because we're gonna have a team that's gonna win double digits. Again, don't get caught up. Nothing matters until you get to the playoffs. At the end of the day, you have to get to the playoffs. So let's enjoy the season. Let's knock on wood. Nobody gets hurt. There's going to be a lot of content between now and, kickoff. I'm looking forward to the new kickoff rule. I have a feeling a lot of us may not be going to the bathroom during the kickoff. You may actually just wait till a commercial because them kickoff rules are going to be exciting.
It is.
So I'm just looking forward to the season, man. And for some reason, this offseason went by fairly quick. So I'm just dying to get that bad taste out of my mouth. So,
All I got to say is everybody support your man Coles. Come on here. We got us as Cowboy players, we gotta look out for each other. You know,
Sure.
get all the content out there, and I just say just take one game at a time. Don't think whether we win or lose. Don't overreact or underreact and say, "Oh man, we lost the Browns, we done." Or if we win the Browns, are we going to the Super Bowl? Just take one game at a time, because it's going to be, one of those things where we're going to get better or worse as it goes. It's not going to just be graded off of one game.
Yeah, 100% agree, man. Like, definitely don't get pulled in on those week ones, because the Kansas City Chiefs lost to the Lions and they won the Super Bowl. It was 11-6. Yeah, they got Patrick Mahomes, but it's not how you start; it's how you finish, man. So that's what we know we can win regular season football games. It's what we're gonna do in the playoffs. But let's enjoy this ride. I know it's been hard. I've been down. I've been on record, sending out tweets saying we probably won't even make the playoffs and we're gonna be 8. I was emotional, what I'm saying, as a fan, but realistically, I believe that we will, make a good run. I know how it is with the division. We may not win the division. It doesn't matter. It's how we battle out in the playoffs. So I'm looking forward to this season. I appreciate Loyal. Brian, man, I appreciate y'all coming on the show.
Yeah,
man.
Definitely.
We need to do this more often.
I can talk about football all day.
Sure, man. Like, I'm just ready for training camp, man. I'm ready.
Yeah.
To pop off.
I don't want to think about it, because the more I think about it, it's going to drag. So I'd rather just not think about it, and then it'll be here before we know it. So
for sure. And I appreciate everybody coming by on the channel. Shout out to you, Brian. Everybody showed up. Shout out to HTM, Henny the Moore. He brought some people over. Thanks for all the new subscribers. Definitely gonna go ahead and bring some content to you. Your boy been kind of busy, but the season's coming
I hear you, man.
I just subscribed to you too, Cole. So I'm gonna check out your content like I do everybody else.
Yeah,
no problem.
I do. I collab with Eagles fans, so don't come for me. A lot of people don't like that, but
I don't hate the fan. I don't hate I just hate the team. But I don't hate them. I mean, I can respect fans like Philly 500. Philly 500's real. He stands behind his team. And Pizzle, he's one of those ones. He stands behind his team. I can respect people like that, but it's just the trolls that just come when they're winning, want to sit out and come out pounding their chest and winning, but when they losing, you don't hear anything.
You can't find them. Yeah, I feel you, man. But yeah, look out for some content from my guy, me and Smitty Eagle. We always do. We've been doing collabs. We fell off the season, but we're gonna go ahead and get back in. Right now, Regina, no, I'm not monetized just yet. I still got to get some watch hours. My watch hours.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my watch hours ain't there. That's because I haven't been doing content. So I'm pulling back up on getting that content in. But all
you got to do is do a couple live stream like games or something, man.
Oh, yeah.
You just gotta.
Yeah, and me, Cole, me and Gametime, we be doing other stuff like we did, like the WrestleMania.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't do the ones like if I'm off.
Oh yeah, Saudi Arabia and all that crap. No.
Well, I'm into the Clash of the Castle, but we'll have to see where that falls. If I'm off, I'll do it. So.
It's just fun. Something to take your mind off football. So
for sure, but I'm definitely gonna do more lives. I'm gonna team up with my guys. Brian.
Well, like I said, I know like a lot of people are, it gets busy, but like I was telling Phil, even if you like go live and then you pop in and then it's not like you have to do it by yourself for 3 hours. I like being on with Phil or Loyal. I like having somebody else there. It's tough doing it by yourself. I will say that. So it's good to bounce it back and forth. So
yeah, for sure. But hey, y'all have a good night. Appreciate you coming by. We're going to do this again for sure. I'm definitely.
I want to do a round table. We need to get a lively round table.
Oh man, I'd love that.
I'm gonna get. I don't know a lot of Giants content creators like that. I know one, but he'd be just as busy as me sometimes. But he's great on the content. But definitely gonna get Of course, I got Eagles contents for days. They
You ever try getting Lord Brunson on? Would he come on with you?
I mean, He be busy too, and
I
that's
think that
cool.
would get a
That's
little.
cool.
Oh,
But
that might get
I
a little
haven't did any
volatile.
of them.
He was supposed
Yeah,
to go to Mark's. He was supposed to go to Mark's and watch the game. I said, "I'm coming," and
yeah,
then
yeah. That
and
situation
then
like
it
that,
never
gotta do it.
happened. So
Yeah. But yeah, I link up with a lot of Eagles. I just had my guy King DV Sports.
yeah, I
He
remember
said he
him.
was in there. He got his own channel. So yeah, we can definitely set up a good round table. And I might be
Thanks,
doing a
Regina.
round. I might be doing a round table with the Birds of Broad Street.
There you
Um,
go.
yeah, they're Eagles, panels, and they bring in other people. So yeah, the good people, great entertainment. We all gonna be scoffing at each other. So
There you go.
just look out for that. So I appreciate everybody coming by and subbing up, and y'all have a wonderful night, and y'all stay safe.
Late.